Operation Omega has been announced.
With all teleportation anchors? As long as you're with us, you can do it. The forces are much larger than reported. We need to take out some of this force.
Shield bearers spotted! They're defending the teleportation anchors!
Even if we don't survive, those who come after us will defeat them. We'll be known as the hero that led humanity to victory. Teach those things not to mess with the human race!
So the time has come at last.
This really is the final operation. We're throwing all the forces we have left into stopping the mothership.
A simultaneous worldwide attack. But it's obvious how much weaker we are than them. It'll be a hopeless battle.
There's meaning in simply acting here and now. We have to win, no matter the price we pay.
This is the professor speaking. Can you hear me? The operation has begun around the world. An all-out attack. You might even call it reckless. You may really need to be ready for what comes next. But this is still worth doing. Please, you have to survive.
They're teleporting enemies in!
Enemy forces appeared!
It's a large android! Must be here. Let's hurry. They'll need reinforcements. diversion this big?
We're doing anything we can to raise our chances of success even a bit. Humanity's fate is riding on this operation.
If the info is true, that is.
The enemy is being distracted around the world. I know this will work.
The anchors are activating! Androids incoming!
Red androids!
Giant android approaching!
We've been devastated. If this keeps up...
once they're in range.
We're behind schedule. Let's get a move on!
Speaking to the whole world, we are victorious!
You did it?
Nuclear strike on the moon's surface successful. While it wasn't a direct hit, we should have done some pretty serious damage to number 11.
The diversion has paid off. It seems like the enemy wasn't expecting us to attack here. Number 11 was defenseless.
So it went exactly as he planned, huh?
Sorry to keep you waiting. We've got your back. Prepare for battle!
We'll survive.
Up and running!
Entering the ring.
We are soldiers, brave and strong. Our muscles will protect you all from any harm. Raise up your voices in a battle cry. Form up and advance on them.
It's only with our sacrifice that mankind can still exist down here in paradise.
Right now it seems all
The operation is a success.
grim. Bring your courage, shine your light,
Humanity's
for the
done it.
world our gem.
Let your spirit
You kept me waiting. Don't worry me like that. You just got here, huh? Well, you made it just in time. Let's go.
EDF!
EDF!
Nice!
Yes!
EDF!
We
are
are soldiers, brave and strong. Our muscles will protect you all from any
Never
harm.
get sick of eating cheeseburgers.
Thanks.
Yes.
EDF!
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yes!
EDF!
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 We are soldiers,
EDF.
brave and strong.
Come this way.
Our muscles will protect you all from any harm.
EDF!
You made it out alive. Do you have any idea how relieved I am? And you were on the front lines the whole time? I can't believe you survived. I heard it was a fierce battle. You fought through all of that. You finally made it all the way here. You got the weaponry I sent. That was the best I could do. How many times is this now?
Gather round, scum! Line up!
All right. This is base 251.
EDF!
Here, we are currently dealing with a major issue.
Yes!
A personnel shortage.
I'm sorry.
Wait! I'm sorry.
Captain!
Sergeant, don't be fooled. That man is no new recruit. He's a hero.
A hero?
I'm sorry.
It's time to put the plan into motion. Come here.
EDF!
I didn't
Sorry.
realize.
You too, Professor.
All right. I'm coming.
Yes!
What's a big shot from the Advanced Technologies Lab doing in a place like this?
I'm glad you're still alive, too.
Say what?
Nice!
Let's go!
Drinking the good stuff tonight!
We'll lead the charge.
All right. Follow the tanks.
It's an honor to fight by your side.
Don't overextend yourself. The enemy is incredibly powerful. I'm here to provide reinforcements for the tanks.
You saved humanity.
Aliens are here!
A dropship! The aliens are coming!
They're coming down from all over. The situation's worse than we thought.
Dropped enemies have occupied the area. Eliminate the aliens. Take back the town.
Tanks arrive.
Focus fire on the aliens. Viper, ground units, now attacking point A.
Alien snipers confirmed. Requesting gunship strike.
Enemies eliminated. Point A has been retaken.
Retreat back to the plaza at point B.
Converge at point B and regroup.
data I've been sent. After looking into the genes of the monsters, we've learned that they're a partial match for creatures from Earth. Which is to say that these monsters are Earth-based creatures. I dare say that they came from the distant future. If the monsters really are from Earth, that would require 100,000 years of evolution. This is only a theory, but human civilization won't survive for 100,000 years. Earth belongs to the monsters then. Humanity has long fallen 100,000 years in the future, likely caused by environmental pollution or nuclear war. A number of seeds were able to survive in that contaminated environment, and after many cycles of evolution and selection, the monsters won out in the end. It's a complete shock. Humanity will fall within the next 100,000 years, even without the primer attacking.
Second enemy unit approaching.
The enemy force is bigger than I expected. I can't believe they still have this many left. Gather at point D. We'll engage the enemies there.
Damned invaders! Didn't I think we're letting you through?
Enemy unit approaching. Their numbers are greater than reported.
Monsters, aliens, I don't care who you are. Bring it on!
Don't get wrecked, Sergeant.
Massive android detected.
The scale of the enemy unit is greater than I intended. We can't let them through. Hold them at bay until reinforcements arrive. The area has been evacuated. Go, go, go! Fire away! Ship spotted. Enemy unit approaching. Continue to engage.
Android grenadiers! They have too many grenadiers! They'll blow the whole town to pieces!
For prey!
about to arrive. Stand your ground. Heavily armed aliens sighted.
Dropships approaching. Let me guess. More aliens on the way?
Exterminators are on the way. Just hold on. Of course the extermination team is coming in.
Provide support. faster than they said. Yeah, it's fair to call it our ace in the hole. Humanity's won this thing if we can keep deploying them.
Genetic investigation has made clear that it's not just the monsters. Even the aliens we encountered at the beginning have the same hallmarks in their DNA. In other words, the green aliens are also creatures from a distant future Earth. A new form of intelligent life, born in a planet of monsters. That, or they may be what humanity mutates into in the future. The Primer descended upon a future Earth to capture the monsters and aliens. If we go with this theory, that means the Primer came from 100,000 years in the future. I thought their time machine could only change history on a level of 10 or so years. But in reality, it's what they use for transportation. The Primer were born far in the future, when humanity has already fallen. They are travelers who have gone back in time by a dizzying number of years. A journey spanning 100,000 years. That can't be easy for anything, even the Primer. Why go to all this trouble to attack humanity? What exactly could it be? There has to be a reason for why the Primer are doing this. Humanity is nothing more than a fallen ancient civilization from their perspective. There's just such a massive gap in time between the age when humans lived and when the Primer lived. We are separated by even hundreds of thousands of years. So how could we pose a threat to one another? Why travel back this far in time just to attack us? If they want to control the Earth, then they're free to do as they want with it in the future, when there's no humanity. So then why?
Extermination complete.
Now do you see what a Proteus can do? You damned aliens! You'll have to bring an Ergonus-class monster if you want to take us down. Idiot!
Yes! I've been...
Intruders, find and destroy them. They're hiding around the city.
I'll back you up. I saw an alien.
I'll show them who's boss.
Prepare to see how terrifying humans can be.
There are people who believe that there's great meaning in the reason why the Primer want to eliminate humanity.
Perhaps Earthlings are just that terrifying to them. Just think about it. 8 billion people packed on this tiny planet. And on top of that, we have more than enough weapons to wipe out everyone on it multiple times over. Humans must see that as bizarre. In comparison to the bloody way we fight, they manipulate time in an attempt to win, while generating the fewest casualties possible. What a refined way of waging war.
Do you really think so? These time tactics they use may be something they only came to after a long and blood-soaked history. We don't know a thing about the Primer, after all.
Nicely done. Join up with the Proteus units and advance.
Aliens detected!
Infantry, crush those aliens. There are hordes of them, but we've got our Proteus. We will win.
Proteus units, stand by!
Infantry, crush the aliens while supporting the Proteus units. All units, prepare for battle operations.
Proteus team, fire away!
This land is ours. You don't belong here.
A ship that travels through time. I didn't think it was possible.
It appeared at the coordinates suggested by our intel.
So time machines are real?
It's bigger than the mothership.
It's like a flying fortress. This thing's no joke.
It's shaped really weird. Why the hell is it like that?
Humanity won't lose so easily. Not with us around. Not with the EDF. Type 3 drones! Androids are gathering in this area.
The androids want to seal off the area and protect that huge flying thing. We're not gonna let them.
This isn't just for the sake of Earth. It's for my evacuated command stop.
Target detected. Attacking.
Proteus units, begin a death charge!
Aliens are coming down from the alien ship.
These damn aliens are gathering together. Android sighted!
Androids are coming. All units, open fire. How many are there?
Our intel says the enemy ship wants to seize control of this area and use it as a base.
It's a lot to handle with only these resources.
All units, engage. Fight to protect yourselves. Retreat while returning fire. Prioritize survival.
Something's here again! A ship! Not as big as that other one, but it's huge!
They're gathering together. A fleet of ships.
A ship's approaching.
So, the reports are true?
They send information about the war to the past and change things to go in their favor. How many times have you been through this before? Each time it repeats, their attacks grow more precise and more powerful.
Our situation doesn't improve.
Foot soldiers have an important job. So big.
Hey, look! A huge spaceship! What's that light?
This is truly horrifying. They alter history and we don't even know what they changed. The balance of power is shifting in a bad way. It's getting hopeless. Humanity is going to go extinct.
The enemy ship disappeared!
A time machine. His report was true. They could travel through time and interfere with the past. They're like gods.
I can't believe time machines are for real.
If they have a time machine, then everything we've done so far, all our effort was for nothing.
That's insane.
Time's up. Resistance is futile. They'll just change history.
Yes.
All our efforts are like one little bubble waiting to pop. If they rewrite the past, there's no way to guarantee we'll still be alive in the present. You and I may have already died a long time ago. No. I'm sure we'll meet again.
We're brothers and
I'll fly faster next
sisters.
I went through the data from headquarters and made an amazing discovery just before the lab was destroyed.
Yes!
We found a certain bacteria on a Krull's body. It's the same one as found on Martian rocks.
And what of it?
Well, it indicates a certain fact, that the Primer civilization comes from Mars. They aren't demons or anything of the sort. They're Martians.
Who cares about that? We'll starve if we don't procure more rations.
Let's go! Ready, arms! Roger that. Don't forget how many lives are in our hands. There are 100 civilians down below. We can't fail.
Damn it. They're here. They finally decided to make an appearance.
They can't enter underground. Most likely other beings.
Monsters!
The monster's made its way in!
Another one's in.
I thought about a dozen of these things, but they're creepier underground. It's better than facing the alternative. Make quick work of it.
There's still some left.
This place isn't safe anymore.
Still, it's better than the surface.
Sometimes I can't tell which is worse, the surface or the underground.
Being under the sky? No thanks.
I hate the surface. I don't even want to look at the sky. Over there!
If they get to the settlement, it's all over. Stop those things!
Stop!
You won't get away with this!
We're happy in our underground settlement. You can't have it!
I suspect so. Find all of them and exterminate them. Lead the way. We're counting on you.
Have you seen anything like them before? Yeah, but just the thought sends shivers down my spine. I will never go to the surface.
I suppose they are now the Overlord's birth.
I would have never believed that a Kraken could rule the world 3 years ago.
So they found their way underground. Truly merciless.
They don't plan on letting a single one of us live.
Find any remnant enemies.
Time's running out. We have to go to the surface and search for the ring. Time slip is nothing but a mere coincidence. I cannot guarantee it will work. But if we follow the same steps at the same time... Where are they coming from?
remains of an old water pipe? Look over there. They're coming in. Where's this billboard? We can't let them get past us. Shoot! Stop them! They'll be sending their big guns here. Why do they want to kill us so bad?
They may already be digging a hole from above.
They won't go down that easily.
Rewound time again and again. We've relived tragic moments again and again. Seen more slaughter than any man ought to. I've had enough of this. I don't think my heart or my mind can take it much longer. But even so, it may be the case that humanity can only survive within this rewound time at this point. No matter how many times they're killed, I suppose it's better than disappearing. That said, I can't keep doing this. I've seen my wife die so many times. The EDF can't show vulnerability to its enemies, right?
The underground is
survive these things. They shouldn't have such a function. Unless they were raised in such an environment. Don't tell me. Those monsters are originally from Earth?
We need rations. I'll head to the surface.
Wait! You'll die if you go out there.
I'll return safely, I promise.
I gotta say, things ain't looking too bright. The surface belongs to the Kraken. We'd be dead on sight. They're watching us. If we peek out, they'll find us.
Yes!
EDF! EDF! EDF!
Quiet. They'll find us. Do not flinch if you see them. Fear will lead to death.
The Earth is controlled by the Kraken. We're only alive because it allows us to be.
Calm down. Don't panic. We're under the sky. Stay on high alert.
Know what I heard? Those who fought died in darkness.
They have the ability to summon darkness. Don't lose your grip in the dark.
The Kraken!
Monster in the sky. Creeps.
They're here! The Kraken! It found us!
So that's the Kraken. What a sight.
Do not cower! Shoot! 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 Widely of them. They can't keep it up forever. Refocus your target and fire!
They've got 2 shields. Just breaking one won't be enough. They got too many damn arms. They can hold both shields and weapons.
Those shields won't last forever. Shoot at them! We got to hit their body. Hit the shields, then aim for the body.
Incoming Kraken! Those bottom-feeding Krakens are here! I don't have a death wish. Let's return on the ground.
Straight to us. If they find the underground city, it's game over.
Shouldn't have to come to the surface. I want
be on your side.
This is grand. Now we can look for the ring on the surface. I have an idea where it may be. Give me a minute.
Flying object detected!
Kraken! They're gathering here! The Kraken is here!
Ball sacks.
There's so many of them!
We're completely surrounded!
They're all gone.
No. Just hiding. A sound decision.
It's over. I can't see any of you. Now they're just showing off, sending in the big guns.
This is the end.
We're out of here. But we need to find our allies. They should be alive. Come on.
This is impossible. They've got so many arms and legs, and they can use several weapons at once. Us humans got 2 arms and 2 legs. We can't even compete.
We have defeated them before. There's a way to fight them. Listen up. Their shields are not invincible. Their shields get smaller with every hit and will eventually be depleted. A depleted shield turns black and can't be moved. It does reboot, so attack before it does. Attack the shield until it turns black. Then aim at the Kraken's body. Don't keep shooting the same spot. If the shield changes color, shoot something else.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Time to do this and go home. We leave no one behind.
Roger. This is my fault after all.
Their weapons are dangerous. Just dodging is not enough. The bullets can change trajectories.
Hey! Anyone here?
Their darkness spreads. The black fog doesn't cause damage, but will blind you. The fog spreads and dissipates in time, so you have to stay away. You need the darkness to regain your sight. They can change targets mid-air.
Do they need the ring to act as a frontline base in order to do it?
I'm so done for! Anyone out there? We did it! We beat them! This means we can go home!
Let's not waste any time getting back to the underground.
It's time. We'll use Tunnel 3 to get right under the ring and attack.
Ow!